So much for staying with us. Let's launch into Nigeria's political terrain. Nnamdi Iroegbu is the convener indigenous people of Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us.
A pleasure.
2027, about maybe less than 2 years ago in terms of the election itself. But it appears the heat is beginning to get more intense.
Yes.
What are you reading?
Yes, it started towards the end of 2024, actually.
Some say for every politician,
yes,
preparation for the next election starts
immediately
the
after
the results of the
exactly.
last election was declared.
So the angle that you're seeing now, that we're seeing now, is clearly towards, okay, those who are for the continuation of this status quo, this situation that has gotten us to the level where food is a problem, where we're seeing the president saying to us, tighten your belt, and he's living large and all of that. We're seeing those around the president acting as though they are not part of the system. We're seeing politicians in the National Assembly distracted by frivolities, personal issues like, oh, who is harassing who and who is not, when Nigerians are dying of hunger and all of this. So the need, therefore, to assemble a group of like minds to chase away this crop of leaders. It's just like your last guest, who at the time the military was in government, they were the ones engaging to ensure that we reverted to where we are now. There's a need for us to change this crop of leaders. They don't mean well for Nigeria. Can we get together to realize that this place is our land? Nigeria is our country.
Okay, let's put
so
it
if it's
in
our
proper.
country.
When you say we, what do you mean? Are you in which party do you belong to?
I'm a member of the People's Democratic Party. It's public knowledge. I identify with PDP because, one, its slogan alone, its name alone, People's Democratic Party, power to the people. Because if power is not to the people, then there's no need for governance. So I'm a member of PDP,
So
and I'm proudly so.
Some members of the PDP are perhaps, presumably also part of these talks for a coalition.
Yeah, I don't see coalition. I see alliance.
Oh, alliance.
Yes,
I mean,
that's what I see. I don't see coalition because
we can't because there's a big difference between coalition.
Yes, we can't use the same
when the different political parties come together.
Yes, to now answer one name.
For
collapse
for an election,
yes.
An alliance will be
is
the same principally.
Yes, but then you can adopt a
candidate.
You may retain the your logo, your name, and all of that, and adopt a candidate and say, this candidate who can run with this consensus, more like, So I see alliance, and it's important because we cannot adopt the same playbook that APC adopted in 2014. They had a coalition. They merged eventually after that coalition. So to chase this APC
after
who
that
has
merger,
been in power,
they got a merger.
Yes, they got yes. So
that's the strongest.
The strongest,
union,
yes. But when they merged, the mission was simply to capture power. There was no plan for the people. That's why I said, for PDP, that held sway 16 years, you could check 16 years of PDP trajectory in governance. You could see it was about the people. The institutions created by PDP government and all of that was about the people. The process of governance was about the people. It wasn't perfect, but comparing it to 9 years, 10 years of APC, the difference is clear. These people's business is just capture power and use it for ruin. Because if not, why are we where we are?
Okay.
Now,
let's talk about this possible alliance.
Yeah.
Time is of the essence.
Yes, and it's on already. The discussion has been on, really.
Yes. What I'm hearing from the ruling party is that they will start quarreling soon. When it comes to sharing who gets what, those talks will collapse like a heap of cards.
Well, they say that language comes from the camp of the so-called political master strategist in Nigeria, who is currently the president. Because, like I maintain, it's not about the people. For them, it's power. And they believe that everybody has got a price. That's just what this is. That's why taxing. It's just about the price. Pay who, whatever, and all of that. But for us, it is about the Nigerian state. As convener of indigenous people of Nigeria, for instance, I said to myself, okay, what is the need for the people? before the amalgamation of Nigeria in 1914, there were Igbos here, there were Hausas here, there were Yorubas here, there were Ijos here. All the tribes that make Nigeria were all here. So these are the true owners of Nigeria. We cannot, therefore, be dying for Nigeria that was not in existence while we were here. If this Nigeria does not mean well for us, then we can sit back and rejig it. And that's why these people who are coming for 2027 alliance is simply because, looking at it, there were mistakes made, particularly in 2023. If PDP had gone south, particularly southeast, we wouldn't have been where we are today. PDP lost a wonderful opportunity to come back to power and salvage the nation.
So if PDP had picked a candidate from the southeast,
southern, particularly southeast,
it's easy to say.
No. The facts are there now. And I believe, okay, let's leave 2023. It's gone. They've grabbed it, they ran with it. Now 2027 is around the corner. PDP, haven't learned from that mistake of 2023, should do the right thing by clearly identifying a consensus arrangement, not more zoning. Make it clear that we're going to southeast, because that's where it should be. If justice is done, sincerely, 2027, you have it just for your take.
If the PDP will be in a position to present a candidate,
PDP
because
is the only political party still.
I said this in Anambra. Your party is there to serve even one nomination form for the governorship.
Yes, and that is clear,
it
because
speaks volumes about the state of your party.
Some
Some may want to ask if nobody will want to pick your form for Anambra State governorship election, would anybody want to even take it for free for the presidential election in 2020?
The internal wrangling in the party that came from the 2023 mistake that I'm talking about is what has, what is haunting the party. It's that same mistake that the party made. But this particular one of Anambra, it's unfortunate because the leaders, particularly the governors, who, instead of allowing a process, for instance, somebody went to court and said, oh, that the national secretary who went to vie for governorship position ought to have resigned. But what does the Constitution say? Constitution gave room for may. It's optional, right? So it's not compulsory. Now, they went and cloned a document and deceived another governor who now came, the only governor from PDP in the southeast, who now came against the national secretary and all of that. Then the national secretary went to court. And in his own listing, he joined INEC. And INEC today only knows only one person as the national secretary of PDP, which is Senator Samuel Anyanwu. So that the governors allowed this rancor to continue when clearly, if you have gone to court, appeal court, and gotten a judgment, he has taken it for that. Allow us to exhaust that process. It's not about, I'm for the Constitution.
But are
the
you
Constitution,
in his camp?
Section 47(5) of the Constitution of PDP is clear.
Are you in his camp?
Is it about camp? It's not about camp. I'm from Imo State, right? And please, he's my national secretary.
Oh, okay.
Samuel Anyanwu is the national secretary of the
That means
PDP.
you're part of those people.
It's not about camp.
Yes.
That's the national secretary of PDP.
Okay.
There's no contestation about
you're
it.
part
That's
of,
what is robbing us Anambra State. This attempt to now infiltrate the camp of PDP.
It now means that you're part of those some people have accused, have the agenda to kill the PDP.
No, it's not true. Because first of all, what is the agenda of Sam Anyanwu's led NWC as national secretary? Bring the party together again. The party made a mistake. And they've accepted that. Even Senator Samuel Anyanwu has publicly accepted that the party made a mistake in 2023. Even the acting national chairman has publicly accepted that the party made a mistake in 2023. So their mission, therefore, is to correct that mistake of 2023. But there's another camp, the Atiku camp, really. Because every time we mention these things, we just forget the candidate of the party in the last concluded presidential. The leader of the party is Atiku Abubakar. Have you heard him say anything? He hasn't said anything. He's quiet about it. If your members, you're the leader, you can bring us together and say, what's going on here? Can't we adopt? What does the book say? The ground norm of this organization, what does it say? Let's follow it. But he's quiet because he still wants to contest and still come and scuttle the chance.
That's his right.
It's his right, but the party has a right to defend itself. The party cannot go into extinction because of Atiku. We cannot Atikunize PDP. That's the point this end are trying to, avert. Because we cannot go back.
Those uncomfortable with your group is that you're too close to the APC.
No, who is APC is the one, the
And you're
ruling
the ones
political party in
undermining
Nigeria
the party
today is APC.
from
No, the
within.
ruling political party, and I'm deliberate with my word, the ruling political party in Nigeria today is APC. So everybody is close to what APC is doing. We're all part of it. Are we not going to the same market? Are we not going to the same filling station and all that? So APC is in power. So if you say I'm close to APC because...
You're diametrically opposed to the ruling party.
There is
let me come. An opposition party is diametrically, that is direct opposite. Because what they have is what you should have. So if someone who has what you think belongs to you, if someone is in possession of what you think belongs to you, you should not be seen hobnobbing with the person.
No. That individual members of our party, because of the mistake of 2023, I keep saying it, because of the mistake of 2023, individual members of the party have gotten some level of impetus to hobnob with APC. Like Wike, who is the FCT minister, who I don't work for, who I'm not in his camp. So please let it be clear that I'm supporting the national secretary of the PDP does not mean that I am with Wike. I am not.
Correct.
So that does not link me, therefore. I am a member of PDP.
All these groups within your party has made the party not to have someone, a life in it. I mentioned Anambra. How can this be resolved just before the next general? Because if this is not resolved, then what happened in Anambra will play out. Look at how you're losing your members in the National Assembly. They don't know who will sign their nomination form. So they are moving in droves.
No, well, there are also people coming in back in droves. Listen, let me tell you the honest truth. And this is not because I'm a member of PDP. The only political party in Nigeria today is the People's Democratic Party. And that is why you're seeing these internal wranglings going on. We appreciate the fact that Nigerians are expecting this party to put his house together and come back and possibly even revert to where they were before APC came, when they could buy a bag of rice 8,000 naira, when the value for life, for human life in Nigeria, was far above what we're seeing today, where we had people, if they commit a crime, they face the law, and not you catch bandits, terrorists, and then you use taxpayers' money and rehabilitate them and put them back in the society. And then now punish somebody who, while in the process of fending for himself, he's attacked by the same terrorists that you are rehabilitating and putting back in the society and all of that, and you are now sentencing him to death by hanging for defending himself. So all of this, PDP, really, when it was in power, allowed in the system freedom of expression. Today people are being gagged. You can't express yourself. If you talk anyhow, they say, hey, watch your back and all of that.
Freely.
Yes, I am. But I'm telling you.
Nobody has come for you.
Well, if they come for me, so who cares? They themselves.
So does that now speak volumes of the level of freedom we're enjoying?
No. We had children who were gunned down at Lekki Toll Gate. We had people who were protesting for against hunger in the land, and they were imprisoned for it and all of that.
There are no facts to suggest that what you said was true, that people were gunned down.
No, there are facts. The numbers is what we don't have, but there are facts. The both camps have confirmed that gunshot happened, and people died, but we don't know the number.
Do you
That's
think SDP
disputed.
may be the new or the strongest SDP?
Who is SDP?
Are you asking me?
No, SDP that we know is the one that Abiola won election with. Any other?
SDP,
what is left?
If I may come in here, is one of the registered political parties.
I agree, but
one of the largest because of the numbers.
I agree.
Are
but
you
the SDP that we know is the one that gave Abiola the mandate in 1993. After Abiola's absence, what we have today is more like whitewash carcass. If SDP, that El Rufai just moved in there, it's because he doesn't have any base in APC anymore, and he's looking for...
He has sworn that he will never join the PDP.
No, PDP made him who he is, so it's okay. So many of them who are swearing whatever they are swearing, if they go back in their private moment, they know what PDP did for them. So, but can SDP be a threat? Come on, please. By the time soon, PDP sorts it out with this, like I said, yes, without this PDP, there's no other political party here. By the time we sort ourselves out, Nigerians will know that, okay, why this was no, soon, because at least let the court decide. Because that's what and that's what my camp is agitating for. That okay, allow the process of the law to be exhausted. not our fighting ourselves and allowing these stories and narratives that they are
No,
giving
the law is
about our
being
party.
exhausted.
And so
Just
soon it will be
the
over.
other day, the
and then
Supreme
we'll
Court
know.
refused to grant stay of execution.
No. Supreme Court, well, there was no moment the man went to court to ask for stay of execution at the Supreme Court. He already had it at the appeal court. You see, these lies that were told or that have been told by the other camp and all of that, please, the facts are there. The facts are there. Samuel Anyanwu, in fact, I must commend him that he could have chickened out. What is in it for him? What is he fighting for, really? Ask yourself. What is in the office of National Secretary?
A lot.
What? No, what? Like what?
If there's
You're
nothing,
not in power. If you were in power,
he would have left a long time ago.
No.
There's so much.
If it was the party in power, then you can say a lot. These governors are not even able to pay dues, that ought to take care of the party secretariat and all of that.
Now.
So,
but it appears none of the governors are with you. Is it not that strange?
No, it's not about with you. No, the governors took sides with their colleague because this is one governor. Enugu State governor is the one directly involved in this, and the governors took sides with their colleague. Is understanding.
So that's what I'm saying.
But let me make the point. The point is that
does that not speak volume?
No, the point I want to rather make is that it's a shame on these governors that they are embarking on a proxy war. The person they are targeting
is it proxy
actually,
war that
yes,
fighting
Wike
for
actually.
the survival of their party?
No, it's Wike, and they can. It's a shame that they can't confront him
all
directly.
About the PDPs, are they not fighting for the control and survival of their party?
If they are fighting for the control and survival of their party, it's not this way. It's not by throwing. Yes, it's not by throwing the national secretary of your party under the bus.
Nnamdi Iroegbu,
the name of asserting your power.
He's a member of the PDP and has weighed in with his perspectives on the state of the political parties. He feels the PDP is still strong enough, hoping for an alliance in the next election. We'll continue to keep tabs and see how you succeed in this
PDP will come
and we wish you well.
2027, inshallah.
Thank you also for being part of the program today. My name is Amechi Anapu. Have a good time.